That night, across town, a show whose opening act was an amateur magician was taking place. Magician starts the show, mystery and magic. But the people who watched his magic act were not very enthusiastic. The magician's face was sad to see there was no applause for him. He still tries to provide magic acts. Circle of delirium, guess the cards. But all that did not work. The audience is bored. Magicians are getting panicked. Then he introduced one final trick. But he needs a volunteer. Magician asked an old woman to come on stage. Reluctantly the woman went up to the stage, and sat down in a chair. The magician decided to try a powerful spell, which would restore all of Baltz. He then cast a spell. A blue light surrounded the magician's palm. People started to get interested to see what would happen. Suddenly an elephant fell from the sky, right on the old woman who volunteered. People ran out of the building in fear. Some people tried to save the old woman who was crushed by the elephant. Peter awakens from his dream, the dream of holding a baby girl. That morning Peter went back to visit the fortune teller who was in the red tent. But when he arrived at the same place, there was no tent there. Peter asked several people if they saw the red tent, but no one had seen the tent there. But Peter was surprised to hear some people talking about elephants. The fortune teller was right. His younger sister is still alive. The elephant is now being locked up. The magician is also locked up. Peter was very happy. In front of apartment, he meets Leo Madian, his kind-hearted neighbor. Leo is also the same as Peter, very happy when he finds out that there are elephants in that city. Even though it doesn't make sense, at least they have hope for a miracle again. Peter was determined that must see the elephant even if it was caged. Peter would either sneak or fight for the elephant. But Leo would help Peter. Leo would talk to the Countess and her advisor, and they would see the elephants together. That day, with a little nervousness, Leo met the fair and wise Countess, the Countess who never smiled. No one could remember when she laughed. Captain Madian then asked where the elephant was. The kingdom ordered a magician to make the elephant disappear, but he said he couldn't. The Countess says that the elephant cannot be in the city, because the security of the city is very important and the Countess intends to get rid of the elephant. Leo Madian was taken aback, but found a way to keep the elephant from being eliminated in an unkind way. Leo sent a message to the king. Leo knew that the king had never been to Baltz, and the king also loved to be entertained. He must have liked an elephant. And sure enough, the king came to Baltz to see the elephants. People look forward to that day, see the king, and see the elephant. Peter sneaks off to see the elephants, but Madian finds Peter and helps him to see the elephants. They then entered a magnificent ballroom. The people bowed to respect the king. And now the elephant is shown in front of everyone. The king and the people are amazed to see that this huge creature is really in front of them, in the city of Baltz. But there was something strange. The elephant looked nervous. The people clap. The elephant is getting agitated. Something is wrong. Peter saw the elephant keep touching its eyes with its trunk. Peter noticed something that made the elephant's eyes sting. Elephants are increasingly looking aggressive and worried. Soldiers get ready to shoot elephants. But Peter shouted to prevent the elephant from being shot. Captain Madian helps Peter. Using a wet cloth, Peter approached the elephant to clean its eyes. Seeing Peter, the elephant began to calm down and let the boy come closer. Peter cleaned off the paint that was near the elephant's eye. Then Peter gave water to the elephant. With that water the elephant cleaned its body of paint. People are now not afraid of elephants. The Countess thanked Peter for his courage and asked him to stay and take care of the elephant. But Peter refuses, because he needs the elephant to take him to meet his lost sister in the past. But the countess refused because the elephant was dangerous. But the king suddenly interrupted the conversation and said that he likes impossible things. The king had an idea. What if Peter did 3 impossible things to get the elephant? So for 3 days the king will give 3 impossible tasks to Peter, and if Peter succeeds, then the elephant will be Peter's.